Welcome back. After a lengthy time off, or at least it seemed like it, we're here once again for more Hunter x Hunter. Killua actually managing to convince his brother to back off a little. Whether or not it's actually going to be successful or not, was still to be seen. Although with the number of episodes left, I'm guessing it's just Killua's journey over to Gon and seeing if the wish works. If this Nanako is actually strong enough to heal whatever ailment he's suffering from. Well, healing is particularly hard for them after all. There's still the election going on, some seeming to do better than others, and there's one that is quickly rising up the ranks. Whether or not he'd be a particularly decent leader is questionable at best. It'll be really fun to find out. Let's watch an episode of Hunter x Hunter. Well, isn't it the most despised man in the association? He does not have a lot of beans. Was he actually going to see Gon, or was he just slinking off somewhere else? At least someone else can see the potential of Leorio. The fact that he has foreseen far more than anyone could even dare imagine. How much is exactly playing into his plans? I'm guessing Leorio himself and punching him in the face was also part of it. Do you think life is slightly boring for Jing if everything is just going to his tune? And it will be funny if Leorio actually makes it gets the votes and becomes chairman, because it wasn't that long ago that he even became a hunter. There's hope for anyone then, isn't it? Or isn't there? But alongside his doctor training and going to med school, somehow picking up Nen as well, doing it on his own without really being helped by anyone else in the of our little friend group. No beans. I almost copied you, but not again. That's very reminiscent music of one of my old PlayStation games. I mean, yes, but for a different reason. However, things have already played out how they're going to, so the gift of hindsight is really 2020, but I mean, there's just psychology, isn't it? The more you tell people to do something, the more they fight against it. Well, going to him for... Why would she be grateful for bending the knee and asking for help? Especially from him. So why start now? He does... It's not that he particularly wants to win, he just doesn't want to lose. I guess having someone like that, that's actually might be beneficial for the organization. That's why you need someone that plays only by their own tunes. The fact he can just pick up keywords and start understanding it. Wasn't she just asking for help? I guess being read this easily would aggravate a few people. If she was going to win, she should have tried it earlier. He would he said. Does she need to back down and back someone else? That's what will keep happening. For how many days? Huh. Because he's just trying to delay it for as long as possible. And this is annoying. Who carries on the same kind of sense of playing it all for fun, like the old chairman. Not gonna take his word for it. Are we actually gonna? Oh, but he can, but will he? Why are we going back to Netero? No. So there's more plans in motion that we had no idea about. So he's been given some very, very interesting intel here. Are they planning on what, birthing them? A large influx of Nen users, especially if they are very impressionable. And the fact he knows all of this and also doesn't really care that much to change what's happening. Is it going to go exactly like he said? Are those two going to be the the last two on stage? If you just didn't get involved, the audio. So, are they going to start backing those that are still in the running? Maybe if they had all bowed out gracefully earlier and pulled together. Do your own thing. I mean, one of many words. Some. He's just sat in the audience, and good to see we got the two either side of him that actually we met quite well, and they were doing their job quite respectfully. How does Leorio feel about all of this, considering all of this started just trying to get Jing to go see Gon, and yet he's been pulled away from all of that, kept in this insanity. Good to have a bit of a lookout and around, make sure no one can get. I was wondering if they were going to try and get down that that hallway. Would be a one-way journey by the car unless you want to try and reverse down it. I mean, they are seemingly quite close. Are we going to? Are we going to get to the wish granting we've gone in this episode? What would happen if he had not pulled through? We got this far, just for it to be wasted near the end. Would Hunter be the kind of show to kill off its main boy? Oh shit. Hours, days, weeks. No one's leaving. That will definitely get people to at least get involved. Wonder how many fistfights are going to break out. And obviously all of the Zodiacs, Jing kind of knows what the hell they're act. Is Leorio going to be that wild card which throws things out of balance? Well, one's throwing in the towel there, backing Cheadle. Definitely looks like there's going to be two at the end of this one. Yeah, does he have a speech ready? And she wants to. That would kind of go against Jing's predictions if you just dropped everything. Like, vote for Leorio. Don't even want to be. He's not a politician or anything. Definitely not the right kind of stuff to be leading an organization like this. But short and sweet, get people talking and wondering. Unless he drops out as well, so I just need to get back to Gon. Just give him a minute. He's cooking. I mean, if anyone is used to this kind of, I'd vote for him. Anyone that's used to that kind of abrupt shouting, it's the audio. He's one of the kind like that. When is he ever not? I mean, if more politicians were honest about it. How many of them actually know Gon? Those that have met him would probably be somewhat behind that statement. I think the sincereness of his statements there about just, I shouldn't be here. My friend is dying. Okay, so now we're getting a little what he was what he was doing. I mean, we could all understand that lifestyle, right? Bringing in the chairman's name for that, get some that are in the chairman's faction at least paying attention. But with all of their won't stop talking to you, using that event and pain to also speak to them in the same sense. Wow. I mean, he would definitely be able to take that. The brashness yet honest way that Leorio carries himself. I don't think I can forget that part. There might be a few among them who agree with every word. Did anyone else get an ovation like this? The fact a lot of them are on their phone there. I very much doubt it is over. He's about to do something which is going to flip this, isn't it? Oh, it would be funny if he says, just vote for Leorio. Oh, don't make her get loud again. There's no animation budget for when she goes wild. Ah. Well, let's just agree I'll help Gon as well. It's a bit unfair to bring it into the election at this stage. Great. There's only one amongst them who's kind of talking for themselves there. I mean, combat strength, Leon is punched Jin. Can you really say that the chairman really held so many good and positive attributes? We saw a lot of what he was doing was just because it was fun. The now he's just going to tear each one down. Right, so we're going for the I don't worry, I played into your hands. We're going for the Gonna joke pity factor. So you're just breaking down the votes. Maybe Jing was in the right trying to peek inside the box. Is anyone going to be actually swayed by these speeches? Hmm. I mean, that was exactly what Jing said. He's just trying to make it last. Oh god, a Q&A. Well, so he's going to start the Q&A by going, sod it. Are they going to be forced into being the chairman? He, yeah, one of those really punchable faces. I'm trying to get him to get back into the race, but I do like how Diorio is somewhat unperturbed by it, at least on the outset. We've got some of them thinking it's so in depth about how things might turn out, what they can do to really turn it around. On the same wavelength there. And then you got Leorio just thinking about the times that he was drinking and wanking. Do you really want to see the underbelly of the association, everything that he was and is capable of? So what makes you think that if Leorio actually does win, that they'll do anything about what he's doing there? So what kind of provisions were they given? So they said about like food and whatnot, but are they getting pizzas in? But for now, we just need to wait for Alaka to awaken. See if Killua's backing of Nanaka is going to work out, and if in the middle of the voting it all gets interrupted, what happens if Leorio hears that Gon is awake and okay? Does need to use the association to his own regards then. And for the last 5 episodes or so, are we going to get Kurapika at any point? We kind of need the gang all together again. Considering that we're coming off the back of the Chimera and Arc, and we got Gon in intensive care, Killua escaping from his family, having the life and death situation, one of which the Butlers didn't really pull through. It's hard to really get some enthusiasm for the election, although some of these speeches and Leorio being more than than completely open and honest. Maybe sharing a little too much. It's entertaining for a different reason, although granted, if the back and forth, the election interference and meddling and just people trying to make it last as long as possible, if that continues, it will get a little tiresome. There's only so many times you can go back and forth holding the same election manner before everyone just wants to pack the whole thing in. And it is quite amusing that the whole we're gonna need to hold another vote kind of happened this week, or last week, I guess technically, here, because let's say certain elected officials decide to scarper and not do the job, so now we need to fill those seats again, so everyone get your ass back voting. Good thing Hunter x Hunter has been preparing me for this. And I think the one who is probably the most weary of all of this, the one that is probably the most bored of all the elections so far, well, would be Jin. Considering he has probably played out the entire thing in his head, and nothing's really deviating from what he thought of. Just watching it all play out would just, no surprises or anything. I just take a nap myself. Maybe that is why he isn't really too fussed about seeing Gon. He's seen how it would go from the beginning, worked it all out. Has he also imagined the best outcome for him? I hope not. He's kind of I was a shitty dad and didn't want to see you and kept away from you for pretty much all of your life, but there was a good reason behind it. I think if more people are trying to get votes that are open and honest and say, yeah, I'm just going to do my own thing for my own personal benefit, just vote for me anyway, right? I feel like a breath of fresh air like that might actually work in today's climate. As sad as that seems. But one thing that is definitely going to stay the same, not really change all too much, is the ever-present knowledge that I'm going to be enjoying Hunter x Hunter, even with not that too many episodes left. Considering we did have Killua now sitting adjacent to Gon's medical room, just waiting for her to wake up. We're almost there, as long as the demands aren't more unsavory than a few extra fingernails. We should be doing quite well. But I think Pariston and the chairman might have had the right idea about all of this. Rather than do things properly, just have fun with it. Running an organization like this is going to be tiresome. And you kind of need someone a little eccentric to really be at the top. And if you've seen how some of it has gone so far, maybe it does need a little shake-up. If you want to see how this vote actually plays out, let me know. If you leave a like and a comment down below, helps out the channel. And also, hopefully we won't be here on multiple reruns trying to finally get an answer. But as I have pointed out several times already, we're running out of Hunter x Hunter, which should only mean one thing. We'll be moving on to another show soon. And considering this is one that is being played from Patreon suggestions and the Let's Watch Something with lots of episodes, which I started for some unknown reason, there'll probably be a vote over there at some point, so if you're already a member, keep your eyes peeled. But for now, get yourselves a nice relaxing break. Let's not be stuck in one room all too long. Hope to see you for the next one. I know that my patrons will be there to back me, even in something that I'm not exactly wanting to participate in. But devoid of any sort of voting and democratic election, I'm just going to sit back and watch more anime. And if that sounds more something that you'd be interested in, consider joining onto my Patreon and help the channel grow. And alongside Noku, Raywin, Sal, Shiwan, Guado, Tori Jane, Croyville, Kite, Lightwizard91, Mega42, Diego Zenhausen, Maxwell, Cardboard, and everyone else, we should be in for a good time.